not there already. I do want to go through you guys' cards real quick. I should have done this prior to starting stream, but that's okay.
Yay, ads!
It connect. What's up, what's up, what's up, what's up?
Alright, so I am going to sort you guys' cards real quick.
Tell me about the fucking golf shoes! Jesus God almighty, look at that bunch over there, man.
Thank you, you beautiful bastard, you.
So,
Actually, I'm gonna do the cards next time. We're just gonna have to deal with you guys' characters saying level 1 for now. We all know you're level 3 though.
yeah, it's fine.
Okay, so, you guys, let me pull up my material. You guys excited?
Yeah,
I'm psyched!
Very much.
and shivers.
Oh yes, just do it.
Who's doing that?
Let's
Do it.
here's some Strahd. There we
Wasn't
go.
it me and Maniac kind of thought that had a very good heart-to-heart while we were doing the rest?
Yes.
Yes. We're like
Yeah.
we're like
Definitely
best, we're like,
empathize.
be,
We gotta
we're like
get
best
together.
bros at this point. Yeah. It's some sweet ERP right there.
And Johan's small enough to fit in my pocket.
What?
Don't worry about it, man.
I'm not that small. I mean, how big are your pockets?
Yeah.
Very big and very
if you
deep.
see what's in his trousers, you know his trousers are of a very, very large size. It's like, have you ever seen like those MC Hammer pants? Pretty much like that.
Oh. Alright.
I hope somebody saw that.
Yeah, Scar is having fun all by his lonesome.
Okay. So, you guys, after going through this haunted house, lured there by spirits, 2 children that happen to be entities of the house itself, you discovered the real children. You found them in the attic. You discovered their real story. You laid their bones to rest. The house, then you went further down into the crypt, found a ritualistic sacrificial altar. You also found your cleric Coringin down there, trapped just as you were. You eventually triggered the altar on accident, and you slayed the creature that emerged, barely, escaping the house with your lives. You now emerge onto the same steps, the same front porch that you entered in from. What lies in front of you is the village of Barovia. Tall shapes looming out of the dense fog that surrounds everything. The muddy ground under your feet gives way to slick, wet cobblestone. The tall shapes are recognizable as village dwellings, and the windows of each house stare out from pools of blackness. No sound cuts except for a mournful sobbing that echoes through the streets from a distance. What do you guys want to do?
Is everybody alright?
I think so.
Yes.
But can we
By the way,
get out of here now?
I look back at at where the house was. What do
What's
I
up,
see?
Gavman? You looking towards what house?
The
house we just came out of.
The murder house.
The murder house. Basically, when you take a good look over it, the house, unmoving, unchanged. It's actually quite odd because when you were moving through the house, it did feel like it was trembling a bit. You know, you did notice that the house was changing inside. But from what you see outside, looks like a normal house still, standing, looking down on you.
Huh.
So I look around up here. Sorry.
Do you guys see that?
They got out of it.
Wasn't it falling apart?
They got out of
This
the
house is
just
very
got
tricky.
Oh, man.
That's
It was full of rats.
that place is very, very cursed. I don't think anything in there is.
Yeah, let's stay for the
No.
night, you know? The rest
Tell
of
me
it
about
is-
the fucking golf
It's
shoes.
quite a good place to rest, though. This town gives me the creeps.
Jesus God Almighty! Look at that bunch over there, man.
Yeah, let's
Grizzdrop, thank you for that.
Well, no, yeah,
Okay.
we should.
I appreciate that, host man.
Maybe we should try and find out what the main problem is here and try and destroy it.
But the problem is we don't know if the main
Freaking
problem is in this town.
Who has-
like this whole place, everywhere we've been has been very cursed.
Like
Yeah,
this
I
whole
have a-
land.
We know nothing. We don't know where we are. We don't know
Less
what's
than
going
an hour.
on.
Fair enough,
We know
Grizz.
nothing.
Fair enough.
I
We're
agree with
evil
with
fucking
Ignan.
people.
We
We
need
have
to find
ghosts.
We need,
Walking skeletons. Zombies. Are we really the guys that need to solve this?
I mean, I
What do
don't
you
think
say?
we have a
Anyone
choice.
else?
Does anybody
I
with
mean-
any magical ability want to take a look at this smoky orb that we grabbed from that statue's hand?
I think we already did
yes,
last time.
Sure.
If you're suggesting that we just go, then please show me where you think we should go, because I don't see
Get
any way
food
out of this
I mean,
situation.
and beer.
Come on.
I say we move forward.
I
we
promise,
can't
Gav,
turn
man.
back the way we came,
After
can
D&D today, we will be getting
I don't
into
think
some
we can go back in
Counter-Strike,
that
and I
house.
will place it with
House.
the mods for you.
I
baby.
don't
I
want to go
promise.
to that house. But
I
yeah,
mean, I'm down. I'm down for a round two if you
check out
guys
the
are.
orb.
But
I'm
Town can't be as dangerous as the
I
house.
want to find these people. Just
Cole,
like alien that locked them children.
Brother
in the bedroom.
Core, I think you
And
were
make some fun.
I think you're underestimating this place. This is some foul shit going on.
Okay, so when you look at the orb, Evil, seems like a normal crystallized orb, nothing out of particular for it. You don't get any kind of magical essence drawn off of it. And
okay,
just
this is not the orb that was a magical focus thingy. That's.
oh yeah,
okay.
it is. You actually do recognize it as a focal point. You can use it
Yeah.
to use your Arcana to extent, I guess. It's like an amplifier of magic, I guess. Best way to
Do you-
describe it.
Yeah,
want
it's
the smoky orb then?
yeah.
I mean,
It's
I might
something
find some use.
that helps.
I mean,
I'll
I might
take
find a use for
Take
it.
the
I
smoky
can
orb.
cast spells.
I'm gonna roll.
Yeah,
We'll
this
take
is
We're
it's
playing,
an arcane focus, you know.
we're
It's,
playing some D&D right
it
now,
helps
Gav.
you with your spell casting.
We're on.
Every wizard, warlock,
died.
so
I'm DMing the Curse of Strahd right now.
Different things. I've seen your dagger
Can you
before.
hand me that?
Kieran.
That?
yeah. Well, it's more of a one slash
don't have to worry
dagger,
about
you
it.
know. I can stab people with
Actually,
it,
hand
but
me the
it's
point.
I'm gonna-
functions as
I'm
a
gonna-
point as well.
And I have these. I'm gonna show the palms of my hands and the runes etched in them.
Yeah.
So who's
I don't
taking
know
the
if it's-
smoky orb?
I mean, those are some fancy tattoos, but where are we gonna go?
I don't know.
Do we go
Why
into the
weeping?
town
Did
or?
anybody else hear the weeping when we left the house? We could head towards
I
the
thought that
You
was
you guys do hear a mournful sob floating, though, through the still, gray streets. I mean, you hear the sound flowing from down, like way further down. It's kind of soft and distant. But when he does say that, you all take a second, you kind of listen, and you do hear the sobbing.
I don't know if we want to go near that.
Last time we followed something like that, it turned out to be a trap.
Yeah, murder house.
They're so sketch. They're so
Yeah.
sketchy.
Also the thing with the light that led us into a false treasure chest.
You mean the Will-O-Wisp?
Yes,
Yeah,
that thing.
That was found.
I've never seen anything like that before. So
Same sob you heard
pardon me
when
if
you
I
left the
don't
house.
remember any.
That wasn't you crying then?
Yeah, they just got out of the house.
I mean, I was crying a lot
Just
back
got
there,
out.
but
They barely escaped too. They almost died to the shambling horror. Or the
I never
shambling-
cried.
Who's gonna take the
I
smoke?
think we can. Let's just go into the town and see if we can find an inn or something, some food, warm food, you know, and maybe some people to talk to instead of undead things, you know. Maybe there is some people that we can find out that what's going on, and then see what we will do.
Doesn't look like doesn't look like there's much
So,
much of the population left in there.
to explain to you guys, just for direction wise, you guys have entered in to the town, and this house that the mansion that you guys entered is standing near the front of the town. Okay, you guys really don't know your directions too well right now, so I'm just gonna say, when you're looking at the house, you have a road to the right and a road to the left. The road to the left turns around and goes around a corner. The road below you, it goes, or to the right, I should say, goes down, and it actually wise off. It wise to the way you came into the town, and wise into further to the town. If that makes sense. Sorry for that terrible.
So
description.
we came from the left.
So you're okay. Just for this, you guys came in from the southwest. Okay, you're looking at the house. You can go further east into the town, or you can go northeast into the town, or you can go southwest back out of the town.
which way did we come from again?
Southwest.
Southwest. So we came from here, and then we can go either further or a little bit further to the right.
I mean, I kind
Are
of
we
want
gonna
to
skip the town, or are we gonna go into town?
Go into town.
But
Let's
what are we
check
gonna
out the
gain?
town.
What's
Fine,
happening?
Fine.
But if
we need
if
to
we
find
do
the
not find
source of
people,
this
I don't want to
first.
stay here too long. If we can find real people to talk to, maybe we can get some information. But I
They're
don't want to stay in the
discussing.
ghost town.
They're discussing what they're gonna
That doesn't
do.
sound like fun.
Tanner says, I agree with the others, we should head into town.
Yeah, I'm into
So
investigating.
D and
more
D,
of this area.
Dungeons and Dragons. This is
I think we should
Dungeons and
rest
Dragons.
first.
Gav.
I took a couple of hits back there.
And
I don't know
Dungeons
about
and
you guys.
Dragons is whatever you make of it. We're basically role playing.
Are there any abandoned houses close to us?
Yeah,
Here
we're
and-
We're
staring at.
right at the very start of the town, so that should be right close.
Yeah, I mean, you look around and you see boarded up windows. I mean, a lot of these houses do look abandoned. It's not like there's, happenstance
I don't
of
think
life.
us taking a short rest in the open is the smart idea. Why don't we go into one of these abandoned houses?
What about the
Take a short
Sabi?
rest.
I mean, that could be someone
Well-
like us.
We could go into one of the abandoned houses here and just board it up while we rest. That is the best choice we have right now, I
I
think.
agree with that. Yes.
Still don't
I
understand.
don't trust anything around
gotcha.
here, so I'm.
We'll go in, clear out
I
the
got
house
you,
if there's
one
anything in
second.
there, any undesirables, and then just rest.
So basically,
Okay.
what?
Uh,
Actually, baked oatmeal
just-
chocolate. Oh,
I don't think we should follow that
that sounds delicious.
that whining. That's no reason to risk
Thank
that.
you, Evil.
It's fair. Last time we heard whining, it was from those kids, right? And that.
No, the kids came up to you. They actually
That's
approached
right.
you. on the street.
They come
They
up to
stole
us
my
like on the
fucking
street.
rice.
That's
No.
right. They stole your rice, man.
So, what do you guys want to do? You want to find an abandoned house real quick?
A small house, yes.
All
One of the
right.
small ones around us.
Whoever, I need one of you, particularly whoever chooses to do this, to do an investigation roll for me to try and find a reasonable house.
My investigation is not very good, so.
Somebody with proficiency in
If they roll a
investigation
shitty
would be
number,
I
nice.
do not. I have
They're
a 0,
fucked.
so
What's the highest intelligence as well? I don't think we have any like high intelligence people in this party.
12.
Anybody who has arcane.
Yeah, I have 12 as well. Like I have charisma since I'm a sorcerer.
Yeah, I'm charisma because warlock.
And
Does anybody
terror.
have a modifying investigation higher than 1?
Is the teapot? I'm
actually, yeah, Tanner actually has a +2 investigation.
I'm the dungeon
10
master.
Intelligence, but he has.
I'm the dungeon master or the game master. I'm basically the one that facilitates everything that's going on. I'm the god of the game.
Like, you know, maybe we can help him out a little bit.
Alien's gonna do the investigation.
I guess so.
Yeah. And I would like to. Can we help him somehow?
Sure. I'll say he'll get a bonus, or not a bonus advantage. So I'm gonna go ahead and roll his dice for him.
That's actually good.
Okay, that's a...
No, you did it, but yeah. Otherwise, decent.
Oh, that's good. That's good. Okay, so oh, well, I got an 18 and a 19, okay? We're gonna take my rolls, even though 16's fine too. So basically, what you go through, all of you kind of following behind Alien as he's like investigating these houses. He comes up to one house, kind of peers in the window a little bit, turns to the group, shakes his head. You guys continue moving on. About a block or two up, you eventually find a small cottage house with somewhat boarded up windows. It looks rickety. You do manage to slip inside. There's no movement. There's nothing inside with you. What do you guys want to do? And Alien, just for a little flavor text, when you looked in that window, you saw shambling figures in the darkness. You couldn't make out what they were.
Oh, he's out pissing right now, though.
Oh shit. Okay. Well, that's.
Well, I heard it. Like I said, I'm kind of like a proxy for him today.
Yep, that's fine. Okay, so you guys climb inside this abandoned house. You said you wanted to reinforce.
Yeah.
You guys spend.
Maybe
You guys spend
we
about
can check
half an hour.
trap.
Yeah, if you guys want to do a trap check, do it now.
Because I don't know.
I can do a
The
trap check.
sound is strange, man.
What is trap check? Is that like investigation or is that like dexterity or something?
I think investigation as well.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh shit. I can't do it.
Would it be perception?
Depends. Perception would be more or less if you guys are just walking in somewhere. Investigation is when you intentionally start looking around. So yeah, go ahead, roll an investigation for me.
Who?
Whoever's
Alien.
looking for the traps. Alien's looking
Yeah,
for the traps.
Tanner.
All right.
Tanner is looking for traps. He can die, you know?
Nope.
Okay, no traps. Okay, that's
Okay,
good.
so when he starts looking through, he just signals that the room is safe, that the cottage is safe. This cottage is it's a 2-room cottage. The main room consists of a kitchen with a dining room. It's like a small gathering area. It's got a little broken down fireplace that's half ruined, stones falling in through the place itself. You have the little side room is a bedroom, all rickety. The sheets are rotted. Everything's pretty much rotted. This house looks like it's been in despair for quite a long time. Clock Maniac.
Let's find any loose furniture and everything and
That's
board
his
up the
character's
windows and
name.
doors, so we have somewhere secure to take a rest.
I'll help with that and
Yeah,
stuff.
if you guys are getting ready to lay down and rest, is anybody taking guard?
I'll take
Oh, should.
Yeah, I think if we do a 3 shifts, you know, then everybody can get a full rest out of this.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, didn't we rest in the basement of the house? You
Yeah,
know?
but then, no, not in the basement.
in the prison there, or just before
yeah, but
the
then
prison?
we fought
I
that
don't remember.
shambler. Then we
Yeah,
fought
okay.
that
No,
shambler.
I can take a first watch with somebody.
Wasn't that in the basement?
Yeah, it doesn't matter. It's fine. We can take a rest. I'll take first watch with Alien.
Okay, go ahead and roll perception
I'll
checks
take
for me.
last. I'll take last.
I'll take with Maniac again, I guess.
We gonna get naked
Bro,
You know
again?
it.
Broke back Dungeons and Dragons.
Yeah, boy.
Who's gonna take with
Perception.
me in the last one?
Me and
Oh, I
me
can
and
do that.
me and Maniac is taking the last one.
Who?
Me and Maniac. Thought.
Alright, alright,
Alien.
so
Oh,
first guard, Alien's gonna be rolling as well, I assume.
Then we
Alien's
do
first.
it.
I got it.
Oh,
Okay. You guys go through your night, kind of a little distracted, but you do manage to stay, perceptive to what's going on outside. You don't really see movement at all. There's, the sobbing grew a little bit louder as you guys moved in, so you do hear that through the windows, but it's still just soft and distant. Nothing out of the ordinary. Who's on next watch? Kill one off, he says.
I'll go and watch.
I may.
Go on,
That
man.
may happen.
Yeah, me too.
Alright, go ahead and roll your perception checks for me.
Oh,
yeah, that works.
well, I see shit.
Oh,
You're supposed to open
Temporarily
your eyes
blinded.
when you're awake.
So I'm basically just talking to you, and you're like, yeah, whatever. I'm trying to pay attention to what.
Boy, what else is new?
So-
I have to start my webcam.
As you go through your watch, Toby seeming a little distracted, talking about the recent events of what happened at the death house, the notes he found through the library. He's kind of just trying to piece things together. And what's up, Thomas? How you doing? So, Humston, you actually, the whole time, you have this gnome just chattering your ear off, and you just kind of like ignoring him, just trying to stay competent and consistent with the watch. You do notice there is some shambling outside at a distance. It seems off, and it's not coming your way in any sense, but you do see movement. Other than that, night goes by. Nothing out of the ordinary. Other than that,
I feel like something's gonna come kill us in the morning. I'm scared.
third watch.
That would be me and Maniac, I think.
Watching F1 qualifying. Hell yeah, man.
Well, it's the same outcome.
Okay.
Oh, that's not bad either.
So you both dedicated to watch. You take
Be back in 1 sec, boys.
not a problem. You take sides of the building, each kind of just taking your watch serious. You see out of the front window a hunched figure pushing a cart through the streets. Kind of looks like an old woman of a sort, but you can't really tell. You hear the sound of the small wooden wheels rolling across the damn cobble, but other than that, you can make out the cart's wooden. It's rickety. The figure is hunched and bundled in rags, but that's about it.
Okay.
That's it.
All right. That's the end of our rest.
That's the end of the rest. Yep. I mean, unless there's something you guys want to do.
I've noticed that there are moving creatures outside of some sort. I can't quite
Creature.
make them out. I see silhouettes. I'm not going to say they're people.
You
One
see,
was moving a cart of some kind.
yeah, Maniac, you only saw the person moving the cart, and that's it. That's the only movement you
That's
saw.
why I'm telling the party.
Yep,
yeah,
yep,
that's
yep.
why I'm telling the party.
Yep.
Okay. I don't
Something-
think
it's
zombies or
pushing a cart of
skeletons
some
will be
kind.
pushing a cart. But you never know what it is then. You know, there's other other
Well,
people
those
that are
children were
not exactly
apparitions, so I'm I'm weary of what's out there, but I'm not afraid of what's out there.
Yeah. Yeah,
Where's the
so well, maybe eat breakfast.
Does anybody have any food?
We've got
I
some
gave away my
rations.
rice to these children.
I have some, yeah,
I
I have
stole
some
my rice.
basic
We
rations.
should all have like 10 rations.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we basically
Yeah,
have
I've got
basic
one
rations
day's.
and
Oh
that's
yeah,
it.
yeah, I got a ration.
Are we playing
Anyways.
with rations?
I
Like
don't think
food?
so.
If you guys want to interpret that into your campaign, that is totally fine with me. Something you guys are gonna have to keep track of on your own.
Well, now it
Alright.
doesn't really matter
Um,
much.
I ate a
It's
ring.
just maybe something that we just want to, leave as is, because I think we are smart enough people that would buy rations when needed. So I don't think.
We'll say, because of the way the land is, the way everything is, yeah, you guys did have rations prior to coming here, but I mean, let's be
Yeah,
realistic. You're-
we do need to find something eventually.
yeah, you're in a goddamn
Anyways,
ghost
yeah.
town, so anyways.
At the moment, yeah.
Yeah. You guys are
So
sitting
what
in
did
this
we do?
How many
house.
days?
I mean, it's good for flavor as well. So
What's up? How's it going? What's up,
if
Bank?
we,
Just
Yeah,
playing,
boys.
if we get into town,
Like 10.
just playing some D&D, Bank. How you doing, man?
now we don't need to buy anything, but we do technically need to buy food. That's just another piece of gameplay that we get to do.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, and
If we ever find
we
a
have
town,
we have people
no.
that can hunt, right?
Yep.
Right.
Yeah,
I don't mind.
We have
I mean,
some
Zach-
people that can do that.
Tack
I mean,
can
I
also
just-
hunt.
I mean, I can both shoot and cook an animal at the same time. My spells, so.
Yeah, let's fireball that shit. Done.
All right. So
That all
You guys-
falls
But we
under
do have to find
survival,
animals.
correct?
You
Hunting and
guys-
all that.
you have to do animal tracking, I believe, or there's some skill you have to skill check. But
Animal
anyways,
hunting, I guess. That
you
would-
guys
I think it's all
do
survival.
have
I think that all falls under survival.
survival.
Animal
Yeah.
handling is
Yep.
Different.
So you guys do have your rations. I would say you're like probably 4 days of rations left. How many days? Somebody was asking about how much time has
Yeah, I
passed.
asked how many days.
Go
Yeah.
ahead and roll a wisdom check for me. Just a straight wisdom check.
All of us?
No, just him. So you, being an orc, you've been out in the wilderness. And you've been through rigorous things, like been in dungeons and shit before. Or not. I shouldn't say dungeons. You've been
Spent
put to
time underground.
yeah, you've spent time underground. I mean, you've had your moments where you've been separated from the real world, and just based on that, you judge that about fucking 2.5 days have gone by about since you've been taken to this place. And you really didn't even. You guys are pretty fatigued, or you were pretty fatigued before you took your rest.
I bet
But-
I was.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. You're all pretty fucked up.
But the question is, what do we do now?
They do.
Do
They
we go
have
further into
herbal
town
selling.
and try to figure out what's going on here, or do we move on?
Well, another question is, should we creep through town trying to be sneaky, or should we just go out into the street and walk around like we own the place?
Well, Cora, with that armor you have on, you're not going to be very sneaky.
Yeah, me
Did
and Cora, I
I'll
think
be
we-
in the back.
did I notice
Reinforcing.
any big buildings in this town? Anything that stands out?
It's kind of
like
hard to
cast-
see. It's kind of hard to see. If you want to roll a perception check, go ahead for me. The reason I say that is because there's so much fog, and that, like, with fog, the buildings blend in with each other, if you know what I'm saying. But with you and your gnome-like perception, you you're seeing the shapes of the buildings, and you can make out the different shades of gray that kind of dictate what is and what isn't a building and what's a part of those buildings. So you look through, you do see a larger building. You also note that there's a chapel. You see the very top of the chapel bell tower, just off for easy roleplay or for easy understanding, it's off to the north of you. The bigger building that you see is off to the east of you. Well, that's about it. That's really all you can see sticking up over the town. And those things are about 400 to 500 feet away, ish.
Okay. We could go to that big place that was in the distance, but I say we go to the chapel first and see if we can. I mean, if everything is cursed, that if anything's not cursed in this town, that should be it.
Sure, that
Makes
was-
sense.
I agree with Johan.
I
Take
like
me to
that line
church.
of thought.
So you guys are gonna head off
Okay.
into the towards the church.
Siren's worried he's gonna burst into flames if he walks in there.
What? I'm gonna do what? Oh
In the
man,
middle of the stream.
I'll be good. I think.
Okay, I'm not gonna.
I hope.
We'll see.
Don't sit here
Yeah,
and stare at me.
I
What's
think
up?
it sounds like we're going there.
Okay.
I'm not
Okay.
unholy or something.
Okay. So, you
Okay.
guys move through the town. Are you guys sneaking? Are you walking? How are you getting there? Walking. You're beelining
sneaking.
towards it.
I'm just straight up walking right through.
Yeah, just normal walking,
Yeah.
but on guard. You know, it's not like we're not paying attention to our surroundings. We're no,
Okay.
at least I am looking around and trying to be
Let's let
perceptive
Johan-
of our.
Johan is
surroundings.
gone.
You can't see him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, seriously.
You just stop
Okay.
disappearing for a little while.
Yeah, that's pretty ridiculous. I'm not gonna lie. So,
That's a 9
Have
for
Have
19.
you rolled any stealth check under 20? I think
That's
all
I'll
of it
take
was
over
above
tax
20, right?
character or just tax
No, I had
character
some
guy?
really shit ones in the beginning.
I'm running his character for right now, just so
Okay.
I don't want to. The only thing the problem with controlling more than one character in a D&D game is that there's unwanting meta as far as
Yes, I
you
understand
know,
that.
yeah, like
I'm just wondering. I'm just asking. So, like, for the
Ease
fact
of
the
play.
story,
I love you.
yeah,
Don't even stress. I got it under control.
because he's a stealth character as well. Could we not allow him and
Yeah.
Johan to take point and search for potential ambushes?
Yeah, that's
Well,
totally a thing.
technically, I'm pretty stealthy.
I
as
like
well.
If you guys want to suggest things to attack, that's totally fine with me, and I have no problem with
That's
it.
kind of what I'm getting at. That's why
Yeah.
I asked.
Yep, that's totally
I
fine.
think Tag has pretty high perception, right?
That he does.
So yeah, he's definitely one of our better scouts.
I've got to quickly set up a new encounter, like it's
should,
incredibly fast.
Looking here.
Okay, so you two are stealthing now. You gonna move through? You said you guys are walking. How do you want to follow them?
We're all heading in the same direction, I believe,
So-
but we're keeping.
Following,
Takes
maybe
behind.
like
Oh.
30 feet, 30,
Hold
50
on.
feet behind,
Hold
right?
on, Toby. How do you want to do your stealth?
I'm just using the fog to kind of conceal me along with the shadows of the buildings.
Okay. Are you following behind the group? Are you going in front of the group?
I'm going pretty much next to them, but I mean,
You're gonna go
occasionally
parallel.
a little bit, yeah, occasionally a little bit in front and occasionally a little bit behind.
Okay.
Just trying to keep an eye out for anything.
Okay. Roberto, thank you for that. I appreciate it, man. I appreciate that auto host. Okay, so so as you guys move towards the church, atop a slight rise against the roots of the pillar stone that supports large structure stands a gray, sagging edifice of stone and wood. This church has obviously weathered from the assaults of what you can only guess are evil entities for centuries and on end. And it is very worn and weary. A bell tower rises toward the back with a flickering light that shines through the holes in the shingled roof. The rafters stained. The rafters, you can hear them creaking as you approach, like the large beams, the support beams. Are you approaching?
Does anybody else hear this?
Yeah, everybody.
We all do.
everybody is.
Just just slowly move up
Yeah.
to the entrance, I guess.
Okay, so as you guys approach, the heavy wooden doors of the church, you notice, are covered with claw marks and scarred by fire.
I don't think this is a good place to be.
That's fine, honestly.
But we need to check it out. Maybe there's something in there that can help us against all
Something's
this
trying to get
unholy,
in.
all this unholiness.
Something is trying to get into that building.
Or something is trying.
I ready
Yes,
an
have tried.
Eldritch Blast.
So we have someone willing to volunteer to go up there and check it out, or
I'll open the door if everybody else wants to do it.
I will stand behind you with an Eldritch Blast ready to fire if there's enemies.
Core, what do you think?
I think. I want to be at the front just in case of bad stuff, and I'll have my holy symbol ready. But I'm all for going in this place. It's a evil, desecrated. I gotta cleanse it.
All right, fine.
I think we got a decision.
So-
I'm gonna open the doors.
Kick the door down and we'll Kamehameha inside. You know.
Kamehameha.
yeah, boy.
All right. So, as you guys enter, the doors open when you Kamehameha in, and to reveal a 10-foot wide by 20-foot long hall leading to a brightly lit chapel. The hall is unlit and reeks of mildew. 4 doors, 2 on each side of the hall, lead to the adjacent chambers. You can see that the chapel is strewn with debris, and you hear a soft voice from within reciting a prayer. Suddenly, the prayer is blotted out by an inhuman scream that rises up from beneath the wooden floor. The dirty, lightless room is hard to see through. What do you guys want to do?
I will
Yeah.
send in dancing lights to light up the room.
Wait, don't I?
I will.
I think I still have. No, wait. How long does the light spell last?
Dancing
These
lights.
guys, they're all
No,
level
no,
2.
just light, just the light.
Regular
Yeah.
light is quite a few hours, I think.
It's like an hour.
Okay, well.
Well, since me and
So
Core
we
are on
slept. We
point,
slept, man.
I
Oh.
have dark vision. What can I see inside the room?
All right. Yeah.
Yeah, I also have dark vision.
When you look around, you are in a hallway. It's about 20 feet long, and it leads into a dimly lit chamber. If you're gonna move forward.
And there's a person praying in it that's
Yes.
human.
You
Or-
heard the sound of soft prayers. But
Could I use my religion to see if I can recognize any of it? The cadence or the note words or anything?
yeah. Go ahead and roll that religion for me.
I do want to send
I
in
never
dancing
paid much
lights to
attention.
spread out through the hallway so we can see.
Okay, so when you try to focus in and understand what it is, you do notice that it is a prayer, but you can't really tell who or what deity they're praying to. You don't really get a good sense as to what they're praying for, but you do know that it's a prayer nonetheless.
Okay.
But that's about it.
I'll just say they're praying for something, but I don't know what.
So who wanted to do what now? Say again, sorry.
I was going to cautiously.
Dancing lights.
Dancing lights. Maniac, what are you doing, bud?
I was cautiously entering.
And I'll stay by his side.
Okay. You're gonna go down the hallway into the room? I was just thinking that. Really?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, so when you walk in, all you see are broken, fuck, the word's escaping me. Those seats that you see in church. You see, yeah, the pews. You see 6 pews, about 20-foot long pews on either side of you. Shambled in pieces, splintered off in random direction. It looks like it's been desecrated in some kind of sort, like either a fight went down here or some kind of like purposeful destruction of this room. But it looks very beaten. Everything looks strewn about. There's debris everywhere. There's one pew that is still standing on your right, but it is in very bad condition. There's pieces missing from it. It looks like it's hardly standing.
Oh man. Did we didn't see the person or the prayer? The prayer?
No, there's
Is there?
Right
so
now we're inside the.
you're inside. So as you guys,
the
as
hallway
you,
or the chapel.
the hallway leads into the opening of the chapel. There's no actual door separating the chapel from this hallway. So when you walked in, you do see there is a podium still standing right in front of you, about 20 feet away. You do not see anyone in the room. Everyone just roll a perception check for me.
Okay.
Much love, Grizz.
I might see something.
I don't.
Buffering like a madman. You can turn the quality down to the settings button. You should be able to. On the right. Okay, so. Those with 15 and above. You do notice that the prayers aren't actually coming from inside the chapel, but they were coming from a door to your right.
Uh-huh. I'll let the others know.
Oh yeah.
Yes, sir. I will do the same. Brother
Okay.
Cord, do you want to take a door, and I will take a door, and we'll have the rest of the party stack up behind us, and each of us open a door?
I like that idea, Thog. I like it.
I will take the door to the left, the one closest to the chapel chamber, I guess. That's what we'll call it.
Okay.
And I'll grab the other. Is
Ready
there a
for
map?
crossbow?
With who?
Say
Who's
again,
stacking
sorry.
up with who?
Because all I can see is the old dungeon we were in. Is there any, like...
If I
do
get
we see
transcoding
anything,
back, I'm not sure.
Like a map?
Do you what? Wait. Say that one more time.
No,
Sorry, bud.
we haven't triggered an event yet.
Oh, and that's what
That's
opens
fine.
up the black...
Yeah, that's what. Yeah, I don't think we've triggered anything yet.
Oh, okay. I'll wait. Never mind, sorry.
You're good.
Okay,
Who's
shall
stacking
we
up with
open
who?
the doors at the same time?
Yeah, yeah, I agree. We should open doors at the same time, and that way, at least, then we're still in the hallway. We may be
Yeah.
separated, but they'll be trapped between us.
I like that.
Who's stacking with whom? Kobe or Johan?
So we
I
get
think the spellcast is me, and Kieran needs to stay in the back.
Yeah, and I have plenty of range with my spell, so I can stay a little bit further back if the melee guys need to come in the front.
Yeah, who do we have that do
Tanner says
melee?
he's stacking with me.
Yeah,
So
so I was
anybody
saying,
else
Tanner.
who's got some melee abilities stack with core.
Yeah,
I mean, I can-
Flamescar is melee.
I can do melee or ranged.
I mean, if you want to check it out, I could make our little friend here invisible and have him scout the area ahead of us.
Well, we're opening those 2 doors to the right. Because there was 4 doors in this corridor that we were looking down, correct? So
There's
we've
2 doors
decided to
on
stack
each side
up.
of the hallway.
we've decided to stack up because we heard the noise to our right. So Cora's taking the door closest to the entrance door that we came in, and I'm taking the one closest to the chamber of the chapel. So Alien stacked up, or Tanner is stacked up with me. Evil and Ignil are taking back, but who's stacking with whom?
I think Scar
Yeah.
should stack up at one of the doors.
All right, I will.
Are you gonna stack with Core?
Yeah. Even though I don't want to. No, I'm kidding.
And then Ignil, Tyrion, you guys
We'll
are just
stay a little
stacking in
bit
the back.
further back.
Okay.
We'll move in when you guys are entering, so we can fire to both rooms if
And
necessary.
that leaves Johan and Tak. I can't remember Tak's character name.
I don't even know it, to be honest.
Something with an F.
Yeah, Fagin.
Fagin.
That's the one.
All right, I'm
Yeah,
ready.
Yeah,
to
but he's ranged as well, so he can stay back. You know, he can shoot us both through both doorposts when we just stand a little bit in the middle, the three
Okay,
of
I
us.
think we're set up. I will open doors at the same time as Core.
Yeah.
You ready? Okay, let's open these doors up.
3, 2, 1, open.
So, the first
no.
door, I'm gonna go from the left to the right. Wait, which doors were you opening? Okay, just to
The
get
ones
gather.
on the right side. So
Both-
from the way
both
we
doors
entered
on the
there,
right?
Yes.
Okay, copy. So, when you guys open these doors, I'm gonna go from the bottom door to the top door, okay? So from the bottom door, bedroom, the trap door, D. I'm neglected, holes punched. Okay, so when you walk it, or when you open this door, what you see in front of you is a very ruined room. You look above
Tell me
you.
about the fucking golf shoes!
Give me 1 second.
Jesus God Almighty! Look at that
Who is
bunch over
this
there,
that's-
man.
that's doing
They
this
spotted
now,
us.
So we just know.
Thank
when
you,
ask for
Phobos,
something, who's going
for
to
that
be doing it.
goddamn host, man. I appreciate it. Welcome, everyone,
We
from
can make this my
Phobos'
door.
channel. Let me give you a shout out, pimp. I appreciate it.
We'll
How
get
was
another
your
map for
stream? 5, 2 H's, like that. Yeah, there we go. That was it. Thank you, Phobos. Welcome, everybody. I appreciate that host. I'm gonna get back into narrating this for him so it doesn't halt him up. Sorry about that, guys. So, what you see in front of you is a very time-neglected room. What you see a hole punched through the ceiling of this moldy room, which contains a few broken roof shingles amid puddles of water in one corner. Set into the floor is a heavy wooden trap door, held shut with a chain and a padlock. You can actually hear a young man's scream of anguish through this door.
Is this the door closest to the chapel or closest to the entrance that we came
Closest to the entrance.
in? Okay, so that would be you, Core.
Now,
Alrighty.
Room.
Now, The room you went into, Doc, sorry, Jesus Christ. You see a dirty room. When you kick the door open, you see a dirty room that contains a wooden bed, straw-filled mattress. Next to it rests a small table with an oil lamp burning brightly on it. Mounted above the bed's headboard is a sun-shaped holy symbol. You see a man hunched over, glancing over at you as the sun burst into what you now gather is his bedroom. In surprise, he doesn't say anything. He just looks at you with a kind of oh shit look on his face, like he doesn't know what you're here for or what you want.
Sorry, sir. No need to scare you. What is going on in this town? We just came from a house that tried to kill us.
The man looks at you. He is a human male. Looks old. You can see gray hair streaking on the sides above his ears, but he actually does have darker hair and a receding hairline. His eyebrows are bushy. He's got a large nose. He's pale. And when he speaks to you, his voice is really hoarse and weak. And in a sense, he seems uneasy.
So when he speaks, what does he say?
Hold on.
What is Zach bid? What?
He says that this village has been, it's cursed. If you can't tell.
Oh, we can tell.
He just looks.
Came.
Oh, didn't mean to. You're good?
From the house in the...
Who's doing it? Who's doing it?
Flame Scar.
Flame Scar? Put your shit on. Yeah, that's right.
Fucking child.
God damn it. Flame Scar. It's okay. Alright, so, continue.
We just came from the town, or came into town from the house that attempted to kill us, where we ran into 2 small children that were not children.
Yeah, do the rest of us hear this?
What's that?
Just if the rest of us hear you talking to someone, we go over.
I am.
Okay. Okay, yeah,
They
start to enter.
Yeah.
Yeah, alright, yeah, this is kind of happening. We'll say about, you guys seen him kick open the door, the conversation has struck up. Corrington, you're examining your room right now. Everybody else is standing out in the hallway. If you're going in...
Over.
Okay.
Okay. Well, if I hear screaming from a hole that's been, blocked up or whatever with a hatch, I gotta open it.
It's a chained... It's a, hold on.
Oh,
it is
like
a trap door. Yeah, it's a trap door with a chain and a padlock.
I
Just
asked
like
Tanner to
Evil
go
Dead.
and get Johan. I need some help with names.
I'm gonna go smash open the lock with my mace. Should I roll a lock picking?
Maybe not do that in this guy's church, man. Maybe not do that in this guy's church. Come on.
We have people that are proficient with
I
Actually,
asked this gentleman if he knows of Rosvalda and Thornbolt Durst. What is his response?
He kind of looks at you and shakes his head and kind of just glances off. What's up?
Can I ask the gentleman, what is that screaming that's coming from this church?
The problem with having 8 players or 7 players,
You're
everybody wants to
screaming.
talk. So he kind of like glances off at the first question and kind of just like doesn't really seem responsive. The second question, he explains that. Fuck, I guess I'm just gonna come out with it. He explains about 20 years ago, several of the villagers, including my son, attempted to storm the castle. And you guys actually did notice that in this town...
Tell me about the fucking golf shoes!
Well, we
Jesus
are
God almighty,
inside
look at
of
that bunch over there, man.
Thank you for that, host. Homeless. I appreciate it. I appreciate that, host. You guys... What's that?
Aren't we inside of castle walls when we pass through the gate?
There was no gate in this town. There was no castle
No,
walls.
the gate, the first gate
It
from
was
the
earlier.
first episode.
The gate, that gate,
Was that castle gate?
that
What
was
the,
a very that was larger than what you would see as a castle gate. But yes, it was similar to that. But it
What was the
wasn't.
man saying?
Okay.
It's not
I just
that
assumed that we were already inside like a
kind of.
large castle wall, like almost like a
Think of the great.
exterior
Think of the
fortification of something.
Think of the Great Wall of China when you think
Okay.
of the gate and the walls that you pass through. The walls spanned very
Almost
far
like a
for what you
regional
could
divider.
see. Yes, yes.
Okay. Okay.
So
So about his son.
With your
and
question-
other people.
he continues. He talks about Castle Ravenloft, and you guys do know, there was a rather large mountain face to the further behind, to the north of this church, and he explains that on top of that mountain face rests Castle Ravenloft. His son, my son, and the villagers, they rushed the castle in an attempt to lift the curse. No one came back the same. My son
So-
included.
But they came back.
They came back, yes.
What do you mean by they didn't come back the same?
What happened?
Thank
to
you for
them?
that, Auto Host Kings. Do you know anything about this town or its history?
We
or
came
even-
here from the mist out of nowhere. We don't know how we got here.
Hold on, before we continue. Some of us know a very little about the town from what we learned inside of that.
Yes. That reminds me, there was one name that we came across in there that you might have heard of. Someone said that sounds important from some notes. Does the name Strahd von Sarovich mean anything?
When
You?
you say that name, he just looks at you, and he just looks down, speechless, and says, "Yes, I do recognize that name."
And who are
Who
the
is he?
priests?
He sounds, from the notes we found, he sounds like he's an important figure around here. Something like that.
He tells you that this village, this land, he's been the ruler of it for as long as I can remember. There's rumors
So-
that he's possibly immortal.
I pull out that longsword that I took with the crest seal on it,
Hmm.
and I ask him about the windmill over the red field. Is he able to respond to that?
He doesn't respond to it, but you personally, you gathered in that place that it was some kind of family crest, some sort
So-
of symbol that the family used to identify themselves with. because you don't
Okay.
see it throughout the town. You just saw it in the house specifically.
Okay.
So I'm gonna say to the Ulban again a follow-up question. So I'm gathering that this von Sarovich fellow is the one that lives in the castle you were speaking about.
Yes.
I see. Do
Um,
you know what he is? Who he is? How he's? Is he to blame for this? For this mist? For this curse?
That's what the village has come to believe. Yes.
Maybe we should go have a word with him.
Tanner asked, how did he rise to power?
Through the bloodline, of course. He was the son of the previous ruler, as the story goes. This is very old history.
You say he's been ruling this land as long as you remember.
Yep. And as he says yep, he kind of just looks off down towards his desk again.
Is something bothering you, sir? You seem a bit absent-minded here. We would really like some answers.
We're here to help.
We are.
If we can.
You guys all hear the similar scream, and the voice lets out, "Father, I'm starving." It's very muffled, but you guys make out the words.
Where's it coming from?
When he says that, when you guys hear that voice, you notice that he kind of perks up a little bit, the priest you're talking to, or what you gather is a priest. Did you guys ask for his name at all? I don't think you guys did. I shouldn't ask him those questions. So anyways, he kind of perks up and just kind of shakes his head and looks down again.
Who is that?
My son.
He's screaming for you, alright? Is he... What happened to him? What's wrong with him?
Enough is enough, old man. Give us some more straight answers.
Easy
I
on
want
him.
to use intimidation against him.
Okay.
And try and get some more straightforward answers from him.
Okay.
Oh shit.
You want me to roll intimidation?
Yeah. Alright, so when you grab him up by the scruff, he kind of is just like, "Oh, I don't want anything. I don't have anything."
I'm not here to hurt you. Stop giving us a run around. I want some straight answers. What is going on in this town, and what is with the screaming coming from underneath us?
He came back and he wasn't the same, okay?
What do you mean by
He
not the
wasn't
same?
he wasn't my son anymore. He is, but he isn't. He's some
What do
kind
you
of
mean
creature
by
now.
not the same?
He's some kind of creature. I don't know.
Is there anyone else in this town we might be able to get some answers from?
I mean,
Who lives here?
there are people still living here, but it's far and few from where it was.
What's your name?
You might. As you ask that, he like cuts him off a little bit, and he's just like, "Donovich. My name is Donovich."
Okay, Donovich. But there are other people living in this town.
everybody's called something with Vich in here. Zarovich, what was it? Inariovich.
Well, the Durst were of each, which would all be
Kill.
similar.
No,
Kill one of them.
the Dose is probably the only one who doesn't have that.
So, he explains, yes, there are people that still reside in this town. Many of them not as they were before. I mean, I can't say that really because it's been like this forever.
So this town has always been cursed.
Johan, did you release the info of that letter you found of the dead body at the beginning of the
Yes,
He did.
story?
I did.
Okay, I want to know who Colin and Irene were. Do you know who those names? Do those names mean anything to you, old man?
Yeah, actually, Irene. He glances up at you and he says, "Yeah, Irene.
The woman that went missing, correct?
I don't know. I don't know anything about that, but I do know who Irene is."
Hmm.
What about the man, Colin? Do you recognize the name?
What is it?
Colin, Kolin.
No, I don't know who that is. Irina.
The burgomaster.
She was one of the villagers here. You might be best off talking to someone who's actually still around.
Anybody
Space
else got any
jumps.
questions?
Do you have any idea if there's any way we can leave? Get out of here.
There's no leaving.
Wait, what?
That's
does that
troublesome.
mean?
That is that's menacing, but yes, alright.
What do you mean by nobody leaves? There is no leaving.
Well, I'm sure if you are new to these lands, the first trait that you've taken in is the mist. The mist
Yes,
isn't just mist. It acts as some kind of barrier.
Yes,
I don't
studied
really
this mist a bit.
I don't really
Seems-
understand how it works, but if you try to leave, you'll wind up in the same place as you started. Yo, Toby.
Should we get out of here? Find some other
Well,
people maybe.
well, that's all going on, AT. I'm gonna send word to the other room. We need help breaking into this floor.
Maybe not break into this man's house or this man's chapel.
Well, I don't know what's going on over there, so I'm just.
And
Well, I
apparently
have
his-
friends in the other room, old man.
And apparently his son is in here somewhere. What if he attacks us?
I have friends in the other room beside us, old man, who are concerned. Is there something we should know about in that room?
He just looks up at you and says, "It's where my son is, or who used to be my son."
I'm talking
Should we-
into the hole right now, going, "Don't worry, I'll save you."
When you're talking to this, what you think is a person, or could be a person, you don't get a response. You just hear, "I'm starving."
I have some rations. You can share them with me.
I'm gonna take the old man into the other room.
Okay.
Let's go.
Don't
find
let him
my
steal
son.
your
There's
right.
something wrong with his son. and
Is there
he
any way I can
doesn't talk
pry
about it.
open the hatch and push in some rations?
Sure. Pushing the rations. You don't get a response. You hear the rations kind of just thud on the second step or first step that they land on. Don't hear them getting picked up or anything. You don't hear movement at all.
I'm like, eat that. I promise it's safe.
So I walk into the room with the old man in my hand, kind of forcing him into the room.
Mm-hmm.
I see Core on his feet, or on his knees, screaming underneath this hat.
You see freshly
come?
pushed like ration, like the leftover of
Crumbs.
yeah,
Gravy.
crumbs, bread
There's
crumbs.
some
and-
gravy and breadcrumbs, yeah. But that's nice.
So I say to the old man, "What the hell is going on in this room?"
That's the cellar. That's where I keep my son. I don't have the lock. I don't have the key for the lock. I locked him down there when he came back.
Why is he locked down there?
He isn't
Why
who
What's
he
wrong with
was.
him?
He isn't who he was. That's all I know. I don't understand. I don't know. I have no idea. He's my son still, and I still hold hope for him. I pray every day and every night. I haven't slept for I don't know. I don't know when the last time is I haven't slept. But I do
So
know.
that's your son down there.
It was my son.
Do you mind if we take a look at him?
I'm
I
Hold on,
promise
guys.
we won't
Hold
harm
on.
him.
Hold on,
Allah.
guys. Let's get some more information. out
The
of first. How
long
big is this
pause.
cellar?
A long pause.
We have some healers and everything, you know.
Alright.
We might be able to help.
I'm gonna start giving people talking sticks. So, a long pause when you ask him the question, if you can see him. He looks at you and says, I don't want you to go down there.
Why not?
Unsafe.
Explain.
There's 8 of us.
Like I said, my son's not who he was. I was lucky enough to get him here and get him in the cellar. But to try and open the cellar up would undo all of that work. And on top of it, he's dangerous. He's not who my son was. I
Well,
don't know
how?
how else I can explain it. He's not my son. It's not my son anymore.
Tanner says we took on a monster house. Try us.
What do you mean by that? Has he been changed? Is he undead? Is he?
He's been
Cool.
changed. He's been changed. I don't know how. He's just not my son. His skin
Changed
is
into
pale.
what?
What
I
does he
don't
hunger
know.
for, sir?
Is he still human?
As far as I can gather, he's no longer human.
Like by
Iranian
looks
Eldritch
or?
Blast.
As
he
this
still look
conversation
human?
goes on, you guys hear the same scream, inhuman in nature, coming from this trapdoor. Are any of you... Who was wounded the most in that fight, in that last fight?
I got down to like half, I think.
I think I went down, remember?
Evil, you
When
entered
we
the
left
room
the
already,
house,
right?
I only had like 3 HP.
I was,
gonna
I was
say-
dead at some point.
I'm gonna
you
say
know?
in this conversation,
Yeah, I think I was
you're
pretty
all
close.
moving from the room into the cellar, and as Evil walks into the room, the trap door starts rattling, and it's not like a normal rattle. It's like a slamming rattle. You see the chain bulging a bit. You see the lock shaking. You see the doors. They're the wooden and iron hatch like bouncing almost off the ground, but it's not lifting off the ground.
Well, that's not right.
This place, I don't think we should go down there, people.
Old man, is
We
there any
might
more
have
people like this in this church?
He's the only one. It's
Are
just
you
me.
a cleric?
What's
You-
in the other rooms?
He looks at you, says, "I'm just a simple priest." Yeah, I could be
Yeah,
considered a
right.
cleric.
Just a simple priest.
What
Now
would
your
you
church-
ask, Maniac?
Oh,
What's in the other rooms across the hall?
Those are spare bedrooms.
There's nothing in them?
You could look through them if you want. They've been rummaged. This place is far from.
We're not looking for spoils or anything like that. We're trying to find if we're going to be attacked or not. So there's just you and your son in here.
Correct.
Where's
And
it
I'm
you
going
doing
to
the prayer?
assume. Yeah, I was just about to
How-
ask that.
I have a question. Why do you? How come you seem to be the only one, the only somewhat sane, at least, person in this town?
That's debatable.
Well, he's the only one
said
we've met in this
somewhat.
town.
He looks at you and just says there's others. There's others.
Where are they?
They're in town. I can't. I mean, there might be some at the Red Vine. I don't know. I don't
Red
go.
Vine.
I don't venture into town.
What is the Red Vine?
Somewhere.
Sounds
He
like a
says
tavern.
he explains. Its formal name is Blood of the Vine Tavern. He calls it the Red Vine because blood is red. Okay. He just explains that that's a tavern that seems to be standing still. He sees light from time to time when he's out in the grounds of the church, but he explains that he doesn't really leave at all. He mostly sees over what was his son and the grounds of the church. He doesn't leave the church very often either, like at all, pretty much.
I'm gonna ask him, can you point us towards this tavern, by any chance?
Towards the center of town. It's hard to miss.
I say this, that's worth exploring, just to see if we can find some more people and gather some more information at this point. I'm not willing to go down there after whatever that is down there. Has nothing to do with us.
My assumption is, if we can figure out how to rid this town of this curse, then we might be able to help this poor man's son. But if we don't, I don't think there's anything aside from killing him that we can do, and I don't think that's a good option, not at this point.
Save it for last.
Exactly, that's the last resort at this point.
Why don't we go to the Red Vine?
I agree with that wholeheartedly.
Before we leave, I'd like to ask this priest guy if he has any. I'd like to learn more about his religion, and if they got any books or anything.
Sure. Hold on.
I'll ask him, was this the predominant religion in town before this event happened?
Yeah. He explains that this church was standing for a long time. The curse, he can't remember how far long ago before, but he does say that there was a time where the town was prosperous and things were fine. He tells you that Lathander, one of the deities of sun, is who he worships, and this is a church of the sun in dedication to Lathander.
I can't imagine that Thunder has much domain here in this town.
Any longer.
Nope. What you can tell is that this church has been desecrated, and the grounds have been desecrated, and the church is barely standing at this point. And you gather that there is a touch of. This is only Corrigan. Corrigan, you do gather that this is a holy place. You do feel a little bit more at ease when you walked in here, but it's not like an overwhelming sense of safety or holy righteousness at all. You don't get the sense that this place is protected, but you do feel like, yeah, this is a holy grounds of some sort.
Right on. And Lathander is an ally. So is there anything I could do to maybe reconsecrate it, or just say some prayers or do whatever?
Whatever if you want to try, yeah.
I want to try.
Okay.
Sorry, what was the priest's name, really quick?
Donovich.
Donovich?
Yeah, Donavich.
Donovich.
And I'll see if I can get him to maybe help me along with it. That way, maybe it'll help him calm down or feel like he's doing something.
Sure. Yeah, you guys go through.
It'll only take a few minutes, guys.
Yep.
I'm gonna say, After this, we should head into the inn. I think that's our best shot to get information.
So, before you guys go, he does, or as Corrigan and himself are doing this, it does kind of dawn on some information, and he remembers. He says Irina. Irina isn't. She used. And you can see he's struggling with the information. He is really struggling. And Corrigan, you can tell because you're sitting here doing these things with him. You gather that he is very unstable. He's barely
holding on.
Yeah, barely
Does
holding on.
anybody have
right
any
now.
spare ration to give to this man? I will give him one.
Yeah, we
ration
should
as
all
well.
at least give him one, keep him all right. But
Yeah.
he's saying this about what was the name?
And
Well, we already know that though.
And he's kind of, this is like, basically think of like dementia, and he's trying to recall these things by like repetitively saying these things to himself, if that makes sense. So
he has like Alzheimer's.
So kind of, I would say it's more of like a stress-related PTSD to the point where he's on the brink of breaking as a human being, like he's on that point. And so he continues to say that Kolyana was actually found at the edge of the Valich Woods, near the pillar stone of Ravenloft. She was but a girl then, and seemed to have no memory of her past. She was adopted and loved dearly. He can't really recall much more than that. And he also notes that
Do you know anything of the Burgomaster?
Hi Coxlurk, what's up, Mac? The Burrowmaster?
Is that how you pronounce it? Okay.
Burgermeister.
He says he knows who the Burrowmaster is. And he explains that there's actually a mansion that was owned. And the mansion is in the town. Gives you loose directions to it, as well as the vine. He gave you loose directions to the vine. No, it's not the same mansion. No.
Well.
And you guys, Corrigan, you and him conclude going through your ceremony of, like, basically you guys do, like, a light warding the best you can to, like, protection from evil, obviously. And as are you guys leaving now, I assume?
Yeah, before we go, I'm gonna put a hand on the old man's shoulder and say, "Thank you for the information. I promise we'll do what we can to help."
He just nods.
I'm going to donate a ration to him.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll all leave him a pack.
Give him some sustenance for a few days.
Okay. As you guys are leaving, after you give him these things, he notes that every night around midnight he's noticed the spirits of dead, what he can guess, adventurers rise up out of the church graveyard, and they form a silent procession as they walk the road towards Castle Ravenloft. He doesn't really understand why, but he can guess that it has something to do with 20 years ago when his son and the villagers all decided to try and storm Castle Ravenloft. And that's about all he really recalls, all the information that he gives you. And that's as you guys are leaving. He just kind of like, oh, and And you guys leave. You're standing now on the steps of the church, looking out onto the village.
Can we, before we go on, can we take a small break to like get refreshments and?
Yeah. If you guys need a small break, 5 minutes.
I'll do a smoke break.
Do your thing. Do your thing.
I'll be right back.
Okay, I'll get more coffee. I'll be right back.
Oh, what's up, Mac? How you doing,
All
sir? Story
This
time.
guy's son is definitely a vampire, right?
Who knows?
Holy fucking shit! I kind of like wanna, you know, I kind of want to be a vampire. That sounds like fun, but that sunlight, you know, that's a bitch.
Mm-hmm. A little bit.
You know, he's shouting out for that he's hungry all the fucking time. So yeah, you're probably a vampire, right? Locked in the basement.
I didn't even think about that.
I was expecting Corinjan to
100%
fucking break
vampire.
that lock, and I was getting a fucking battle map ready
We
to
would have
go.
fucking died, you know.
Oh, you never know.
Well, if Core was the one to break the lock and instantly get attacked by this guy,
He is the
I
cleric,
think
though.
he's the only source of radiant damage we have, right?
Yeah, I think
No,
the
wait.
paladin can't do anything
Ignal
yet.
too.
Yeah, Ignal maybe. Yeah, we probably would have lost at least 2 of us.
Maybe. For all you know,
Vampire is no
there's
joke, man.
There's
We
just a-
killed it.
there's just a beholder down there you guys didn't know about. Well, you never know, okay? There's all kinds
Nah,
of things that
definitely
could have
vampire.
been.
100%
definitely,
vampire.
definitely vampire.
Definitely vampire. Don't you mind fuck me, man. Definitely vampire. 100%.
Never know, it could have been a
Holy shit.
lich.
Oh shit.
There we go.
Yeah, that could have. No, lich would be. I don't think a lich would be stopped by a fucking door.
We
with
need
a
at least
lock.
fourth
Come
level.
on. I highly doubt that a vampire would be stopped long by a door with a lock, unless he was kept starving. You know, weak. Man, this is some crazy ass bullshit. I kind of want to
Okay.
open the door.
He's probably just a ghoul. Don't worry about him. He's fine.
Yeah, probably just a zombie, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's open it up. You know, let's check. Just to make
No, if he's
sure.
talking, he's definitely a ghoul.
I didn't.
Okay, I'm switching to
Cooler
alternate
high.
mode.
We're just gonna kill everybody, right?
That's
You know,
usually the
murder
best.
hobos. You know, just make sure that nobody can sneak up on us. Just
Thomas,
you
fucking
stop.
kill everything.
Thomas, I'm gonna mute them real quick. Thank you, my man. Thank you for that tier 1 for 4 months in a row, my man. I appreciate it. The love is real. Okay, I love you. Kisses. Love you, dude. Thank you so much for the 4 months of support. You're the fucking man. You know that? And you, sir, you get private, the VIP drinking session for me, okay? You, sir, can come to me anytime you need for a drink, okay? Anytime. And I will give you that sustenance you need.
Oh, shoot.
Good question.
Kisses.
Because
I've been growing it.
I'm
Thank you,
Oh,
guys.
yeah,
go
I
for it.
appreciate it.
I've been growing it for about 5 years now. But
okay.
I've it gets real ratty down here, so I have to
Yeah.
cut off a few inches every now and again. I love yours.
Yeah,
it's so full and nice.
No, that only looks because of webcam and low quality. But I have
Oh.
a really weird spot right in the middle of my chin.
Right
That's
here, it's like
really light.
It's like the bird nest. It's
Clothing
like a little hole,
optional.
kind of.
You know it.
Yeah.
You know
Yeah,
it.
I do too. It's really
Optional.
funny.
You can also see. It's I don't know why, but but I'm currently in doubt. Should I keep growing it or take it in a little bit? You know, because this is the weird spot for me. Like it's kind of a little bit too much, or not enough.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. I'd keep going. But you know that. Look at me.
No, I definitely. It's either I want big ass Gandalf beard, you know,
Yeah, that's what I want one day.
or just keep it nice and tidy, about 5 centimeters, like 2 inch. Then that's fine.
Are you
No,
married?
And no.
Okay, then
No.
keep it shorter and nice and trim.
You think so?
Yeah, because the girls will like it a lot better.
Oh, I don't care, man. I have a
okay.
daughter that I need to take care of. I
You
don't have
got
time for that shit.
priorities. Yeah, I like
Yeah,
that thought.
I ain't got no
That
time
thought
for that.
process.
And if they can't live with something like this, then they're not the type of girl I want to be with anyway.
There you go. Yeah, I'm
You
like
know,
your wifey loves
Hey, guys.
my beard.
They should be able to look past stuff like this.
Yeah.
What's up? Who said hey guys?
That's me. I think there's like a big ass fire going on close to where I live.
Uh-oh.
I see like a smoke out my window, and like 2-3 kilometers away, I see like this big fucking cloud of smoke coming. I can see like it has like a source from somewhere. Looks
That's the
very,
vape
very
convention.
big.
Man. Vape convention.
That's
Might be a house fire. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
It looks very big.
that's not good. You get a
But
lot
yeah,
of
this is about a year
Yeah.
worth of beard. So I have some time to go to get to your stage.
Oh yeah, definitely. But
I had
experiment before you decide.
I had it trimmed a little bit 2.5-3 months ago.
Yeah.
But
I like the
and my
mustache
barber
more.
also suggested my nice stash this way.
I like
but,
that.
yeah, I'm not too fond of it, man.
I don't know if you can see my beard here.
I can't shut this down.
If
There
I
it is.
don't
It's like
if I don't do my stash like this, it gets in the way of everything. You know, your drinks will stick into it, your food sticks into it.
Yeah.
It's not
But,
pretty.
like,
You know,
every
you're
drink
not
of
gonna
coffee I take, I
impress
gotta-
any girls that way.
No.
but like this little stub I have here is like a week and a half of work or something like that.
That's
I don't
very
know.
nice.
I don't
Dude,
grow
that-
shit.
that's,
I think I just
that's
got
a
hacked,
day for
guys.
me. If I shave, that's a
What?
day.
What do you mean?
I can't fucking close windows, and I got 700 Explorer windows all opening right now.
What?
Holy
Wait,
shit.
what?
They won't stop opening.
I don't know what
Virus.
that
Shut
means.
shut your computer down.
Yeah,
That's
and
pretty
reboot.
good. Unplug it.
It's a virus.
Then the
could be,
twist
but it
just
could
went
also be a
out.
bug. It happens.
Stop looking up the girly pictures.
No, but it's one of those things. I'm very much a somebody that likes beard, and I've had some form of a beard since for the past 14 years, but never grown it out like this. You know, it's
Yeah, this is the first for me too.
yeah.
It's a lot of fun.
I can definitely tell, and it suits you. It suits you really fucking well. It's very
Oh,
nice.
thank you. Thank
The
you.
only thing I've ever grown out is my hair. I used to have like pretty long hair.
Yeah.
I wish
like
I
that.
could have hair. You know, there's like nothing anymore.
You're jealous? Look at this. Look how far down it goes. I have a perfect hairline.
It's there's nothing. I have a little bit on the side, but that's it.
You look good, brother. That
I
looks
mean, you
I'm
have the
pretty
beard.
fine,
You have
you
the
know.
beard to compensate for it, man.
That's right.
I would love to be able to have at least a ponytail. I still have a little bit of hair back there, but you know how long that fucking takes before you get back to
Oh,
where
yeah.
you can do something with it. Holy shit. You know, I'd be happy with one of those kung fu braids, you know.
yeah. Those look cool.
But
We got
holy
Kung Fu
shit.
on Netflix, by the way. I think. No, that was Amazon Prime. Saw
Yes, Alien. Unfortunately.
that. My friend's dad used to call that a solar panel for a sex machine.
No, it's I'm not saying it's a problem, but it's been happening since my late teens. You know, it kept on growing thinner and thinner, and at some point I had an island of hair, and then a bald strip, and then the rest, and then I was like, yeah, okay, I cannot look at this any longer. I'm too young for this shit,
Poured
but
yourself
I'm
some.
shaving it off. It's
Yeah.
gone, and
Just get
I'm
rid
never
of it.
looking back. I'm not growing my hair back at all. And
Yeah.
it's just during winter, you know, I let it grow a little bit because it's fucking cold elsewise, and
Yeah, this is really
But
nice
yeah,
for
it's-
winter, I tell you.
oh man, and yeah, it's great. I like it, and it's just it takes some form of a new morning ritual. You know, you need to take care of it, else it doesn't look nice at all. You know, it's when I wake up and then I look in the mirror, I'm like, oh shit, here we go
did I
again.
just crawl out of a mountain?
It's one of those things where everything stands out to the sides, and you're like, damn.
Hope Maniac's computer's okay.
700 plus windows of Microsoft security, apparently.
That's freaking nuts.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah. I remember somebody talked me into doing those torrent things once, and I was like, and I'm pretty sure you picked the right one. I'm like, how the fuck do I know the right one? So I picked
Yeah.
one that looked like a lot of people had used it. My computer did kind of what he's talking about, just went crazy. And I was like, okay, I'm done with those. I'm never again.
Well, public torrents are a problem, definitely.
Yeah.
Private torrent sites are much better.
Oh, probably.
But yeah,
Gray screen.
it definitely has a little bit of a learning curve.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's having trouble still.
Uh-oh. Give him a few more minutes.
Yep.
Hopefully it works. That's scary. You know more about computers too, Teapot, don't you?
Yeah. Yep.
Is that a bad thing?
Yeah, that's kind of a bad thing.
Yeah.
Let's see, I might have a
Try doing it. Try
a
opening it
Firefox
again, Maniac, and if
installer
it does it
somewhere
again.
on my PC still.
Oh, here's an unrelated question. If I have 9 dexterity, do I get 0 bonus?
Don't think so. I think you get a negative.
Negative 1 still? Damn it.
Not sure.
All right, back.
Welcome back.
Welcome back, sir.
Yay.
Oh.
Look at this nerdy bastard.
Issues. May have to wipe my PC. Oh my god. No.
10 to 11 is a 0 bonus. Yeah, that's what I thought. Yep.
Oh.
Cheers, me boys.
Cheers.
I actually poured. Oh shit! Wait, no. Poured myself some ice and never poured whiskey into that ice.
Gross.
Well, now you got water.
Nice cool glass of water.
Pour the water out, and then I got the ice left over.
You're supposed to drink the water.
Supposed to drink the water, not have sex with it.
God damn it, Giddy.
Hello, Queen. How's it going?
By the way,
Anytime
where the
off
fuck
my
is your
browser.
face?
I just turned it off for a little while. I was
Like
playing the
crazy.
bass
That's
guitar while waiting.
That's not good.
I like watching you play the bass. That was cool. I used to play bass in high school.
It's fun. Just bought mine.
Teapot.
Just bought mine like last month.
Yes.
Oh,
A new
nice.
one.
Peapod, why don't we get the pretty background on our screen? The one that you have for your
All right, you guys want
For
to
his stream?
That's fine. Yeah.
I can't see his stream.
Yeah, no, that's a
I-
creepy fucking town.
I got it pulled down so I can only see his
yeah.
about me and schedule and stuff. Just in case
Much-
he puts something up there important.
That's a creepy fucking town.
Probably do a wipe of my SSD with the operating system. Oh, I'm so sorry, Shogun. Big crunching hug.
What are we gonna do with the maniac?
Maniac. I'll probably end up picking up his character. It's okay. It's not a big deal.
Oh wow,
Maniac.
that is
Maniac. Before you do that, can you jump in Discord at all to talk to us, so I can talk you through this? You fucking cuck. Or is it? Yeah, come into Discord real quick. You haven't fucking rage quit already. Started with that D&D wiki window. Site has been compromised. I wouldn't trust it. Interesting.
the D&D wiki. Right on.
I'm straight.
Probably something easy for some sort of hacker person to get into the wikis.
I mean, it's pretty hard to pull someone's IP from a website, unless you got the keys to that website.
Yeah, but it could be one of those
Fishers.
cookies that
Or yeah,
fucks
cookie.
everything up, you know,
Or cookie, yeah.
or something Java or
Maniac.
Flash installed in the background.
Come into
that,
Discord real quick.
You never know.
We got a
There
couple
you
of
go.
tech-savvy motherfuckers in here, I know that, so we should be able to talk
Yeah,
them through this.
it's yeah, and
without
I've
a
been
wipe.
on help desks as a support, as a TSA, technical support agent. You know,
Yeah.
Larry is pretty good with shit like that, and we have some other people as well on TFG.
Maniac, get your ass in here. Really easy to get someone IP from a website, just host
Kitty,
an image. Oh,
You like my new glasses?
interesting.
You look like a fucking nerd.
I know.
Host an image.
I had tape on my glasses right here and right here for like 2
Teapot,
years.
do you have connection issues or is it me? Your stream keeps buffering?
Oh, hey, my stream's buffering again.
Yeah, but I had connection issues as well, so I'm not sure if it's me or if it's you.
Oh, it's me. Everything today. Just everything, eh?
Is it on your end though?
It is me, bud. About to call my service provider.
I can't
real
tell.
quick.
Welcome back, Maniac.
But he's in the waiting room. I can see.
I'm dropping frames by the thousands right now. It's starting to do it again,
We can
man.
do that. There he is.
What's going on?
Here's a boy.
Crossing our fingers for you.
Give me a second,
It
guys.
started with that D&D wiki page. It opened up 700 plus windows of some Microsoft page that was not legitimate,
Oh wow.
and I couldn't stop the pages from opening. I couldn't close the browser.
That's fucked up.
That's pretty scary. I had that happen to me once before, and that was no
I might
good.
do a wipe
Different.
tonight of my SSD that's got my operating, because I got my operating system on a single SSD, separated from everything else on my computer.
Oh, that's good then. So you could.
I can
Do
still
wipe
recover
that
all the
and
other
re-
files.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, good.
Oh, I need to do the tracer now.
It's not me. My ping is looking good at the moment.
the problem?
Teapot stream is buffering for me.
Open up your advanced stream settings. It might help him troubleshoot his problem.
I shouldn't do
Yeah,
this on
my
my
thing
stream.
is looking fine. My tracer is looking fine as well. Now your ping is looking fine as well. And your tracer is looking fine as well. Interesting.
Too late for that, Thomas.
So
Okay, I'm gonna go restart my modem and my router real quick and see if that fixes it. If it doesn't,
No, it's
probably-
okay. It's micro stutters basically for me on your stream, and I don't
That
think
could just
anybody
be-
else is having the issue.
I'm dropping
That could
frames
just be
by the
glitched.
100. It's
Oh, okay, then it is definitely
a
something
problem,
going on.
and it's not Twitch either, Maniac. It's my fucking ISP fucking me here. I just pinged Twitch and it's fine. Or just did a tracer on Twitch. Fine. Starting to get triggered though with this ISP. I honestly,
I can imagine.
I think it's throttling. I honestly think it's genuine throttling.
But they
What
aren't
does that
allowed to
mean?
do that though. You know, net neutrality is still a thing, right?
What's that?
Net neutrality is still a thing, right? So they
Yeah.
shouldn't be able to do that, or not
Shouldn't be
allowed
able
to at least.
Yeah, they shouldn't be.
Technically,
What does
even
that
when
mean?
neutrality ends, if it ends, as long as he's locked into a contract that states something, they can't change that on him.
Yeah, but they can throttle certain websites and certain traffic if net neutrality isn't a thing anymore, you know? And
Not if
they,
his contract doesn't state that. It's still a contractual that he would stay like that. If he's not on a contract, then yeah, they're open to do what they want until he signs a contract.
yeah, but
But
you
if
sign
he
a
is in a
contract
current
anyway, and
contract-
it's a silent extension, right? If you don't end it. At least that's how it works over here. It gets auto renewed if you don't end the contract manually.
It's the same in Canada.
Yeah.
The only difference is that you can leave at any time in Canada. I don't know how it works in when your contract's up, you can leave without penalty here.
Yeah, it's basically the same. It's not that they will lock you into another year or 2 year contract. It's
Yeah.
basically after that you can leave with a month's notice
Yeah.
for us at least. And that goes for almost any contract, also mobile phones and shit like that, you know. So yeah, the TOS can be updated every year without you being notified of it, right?
No. Your EU laws shouldn't allow for that either.
No,
That's why
but
it's become the new standard. Because
So,
you have to be informed of any changes to a contract.
yeah,
Can,
but you know they'll just say we sent you an email.
can people back in? What's happening? What's
Teapot
happening?
has to reboot his modem, I think.
All right.
He's dropping a fuck ton of frames.
Would that have anything to do with like the trouble Maniac was having? Like maybe they both went to that same D&D site or something.
That wiki, yeah, he sent me
Yeah.
the
Nah,
link to the wiki. I had the wiki open and I was reading it, and then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, it started throwing up these windows, and they said Microsoft something. I can't remember what it was, but
Something
it wasn't a legitimate Microsoft site, and it just continually opened these windows.
Oh God.
So I might go for it. Well, I am gonna do a fresh install either tonight or tomorrow.
Yeah, that's a good idea, just in case something snuck on or something. I don't understand.
T-Pod has been having connection issues for a longer time. It's something else. I've had like
Oh.
2-3 weeks of connection issues as well. My ISP had to renew the cable going to my house. We couldn't figure it out.
Oh wow, did they fix it?
We don't know. We still have issues with our home phone, with our landline. Internet seems to be okay at the last couple of days, but I'm not sure. Sometimes it's still doing something that, you know, it's strange. It's definitely not acting the way a 200 Mbit down connection should act.
Hey, yeah, that's not good.
You know, it's if Google takes longer than half a minute to load, something is up. You know, with the
Definitely.
with the connection that I have, everything should load as fast as my computer can handle, and I have a pretty decent gaming rig. You know, that there isn't a website that shouldn't load fast unless it's a very heavy Java or website. You know, those are fucked up, but that's slow for everybody.
Yeah.
I'm gonna lose it here, second boys.
What can I do for you?
Nothing. You're good. I'm just on the line with my ISP, and the fucking robots hung up on me like 3 times to try and get to somebody who can fucking talk to.
Right.
Oh,
It's the weekend. That's
right.
what you're gonna get, dude. Especially at 5 o'clock.
Thank you for calling. My name is Brent.
Hi, Brent.
Yeah, probably not
Hold
the
on,
best time to do
hold on
that.
1 second. I'm in the middle of a live stream.
That was 313-980.
Okay, so basically, I've been having troubles. I have been calling in for about the last 2, I want to say. And, I stream on Twitch, and I don't know if you know what that is or how it works, but basically, I use a program to upload an image of myself while playing games, and I know the sounds on playing games and commentary, etc., etc. I rely on your service for this is a job to me. I do it full time, and I do earn an income from it. And so for about 2 weeks, this has been hindering my work. I'm sure with just looking into my account, you can see that there's been 4 texts here. Each of them have done different things, to no result though. To no end result. It's still a problem, the issue I'm having, and if you want me to explain that, basically I have extremely unstable signals. For some reason, my upload rate is extremely unstable. I'm hardwired.
Do you want to call it
from my,
8T if you're
from
having
my
problems like
computer
this?
to my router
He's
to
on
my
the phone
modem.
with his ISP. I can
I've
see.
hardwired straight into
I
my
think.
modem before, Same problems. Same problems were still occurring. I know the line that I use for my computer is fine. I've checked it 20 times already. I'm pretty close to just switching services because I can't keep calling you guys back, and I'm sure there's going to be charges for every time a tech comes out, and the techs have done nothing. So I'm getting charged for techs coming out that do nothing, and a service that I can't even use. So if you could help me, that would be great. I'd really appreciate it. Right now, at this very moment, this issue is going on. Not a problem. Sorry to overwhelm you. I'm sorry if I come off brash. I'm not upset with you at all. I appreciate your patience. Correct. I've just a heads up, I have replaced the modem about 3 days ago. We can't do anything now. That's what he's gonna say. Am I comfortable doing what? Sorry. Okay.
You're having those issues asking for one. And
Yep.
you know with the device.
Yep. I've configured them both. Well, I've configured the router. Firmware is updated on them. Everything's good there.
Because when I got think that I can copy.
Wow, the youngest of the group is tired. What the hell?
What?
The youngest guy in the group is tired.
Okay, so
I didn't get a lot of sleep, man.
verify that everything is okay.
Dude, I just
Up to that
had a
point,
birthday
control
party of my twin nieces that turned
if
2.
based
I'm
on
not
your
a social
experience,
person,
you're
you know.
still
I
having
sit at my
those
computer for
issues.
years
The
before
only
I
other
speak
question
to
I would
people
ask you at this
outside, you
point
know.
is have you reached
That was
out
taxing on
to,
my system as well.
what's it, you're using Netgear devices, Linksys devices?
I had an Asus before,
I can barely
prior
handle
to
dumb
picking up a
people
new
on the
modem
internet,
after a tech advised.
you know?
Well, after me and the tech concluded
Handling dumb
it was
people in
possibly
real
my
life
modem,
is
but it
even more
wasn't.
difficult.
So I've had two types of modems. Both were approved by your company. So I don't see why that would be necessarily a problem. And on top of it, again, I plugged straight into my modem and still had the same
was thinking
problem.
down
Which
pillow.
means if my modem's brand new and it works with your company and it's good, then that means there's some kind of problem from my modem to your network. Because if my line is fine and my computer is fine and the modem is fine, then there can only be a couple other answers there, if you know what I'm saying. I mean, there's the line to the box out on the pole, and then the pole to the servers and the gateways. There's a couple things that could be going on there. I don't know what it is. And yes, the signal does come in on and off. It's not a consistent problem. This is a very inconsistent problem. And I don't know how to explain it, but basically it happens and then it doesn't happen.
So if on your your end, you have already reached out to the manufacturer of your devices and checked and made sure that everything is okay. On my end, in terms of okay, sending like hits and pings to your devices, I'm getting good signal quality. There aren't any loss of signals or anything like that. And yes, pretty much, if I send a technician back out, there will be some charges that may be incurred by you. Yes.
And the technician, okay, so the last 4 technicians that came out were unable to fix this problem for me entirely.
Yeah, and that's what I'm looking at.
Yeah.
You know,
So
based on
if
everything that you have said,
if
that's
I had
what I'm looking at.
if I had another technician come out, the chances of them fixing it, I feel like, are 1 in 5, which isn't that great. I don't know what the problem is, to be honest. I don't know what the problem is, and it's just out of the random happened, and used to be good. I never had problems, but for about the last 2 weeks, it's been a consistent problem.
Have you heard about that VPN filter virus? Have you heard about that?
VPN virus. I have not.
Okay. So once you hang up on
Hello again.
Hello again.
Are we about ready?
My boy.
Teapot is on the phone with his ISP, so soon.
Well, sickly then, I guess.
You know, it's connection issues, and we'll figure out if we can go on tonight or not when he's done talking.
your website, download an updated version of their firmware, and then do a factory reset of the device. That is something you can also
It'd be a shame to cut it off at a half-ish, but
Yeah, but you know, technical issues is it's a bitch, you know. And Maniac having technical issues as well, but you know,
Okay. I'll take a peek at it.
it's one of those things.
I mean,
Life
his
sucks.
stream is going pretty smoothly on my side.
Yeah, but he's dropping a fuck ton of frames, he said. For me, it was buffering once in a pretty often, not super like waiting a couple minutes, but you know, it was buffering a little bit. And this is on top of the already 2-3 weeks of connection issues that he has been having. So
because there's nothing that I can see right
it's one
now,
of those things
because
where
from the moment
it's
that you
just
called in,
annoying
now
to
I've been
figure out
picking
what's
your
going on.
devices, right?
Yeah.
And there's
But
not one
does it have to be right now?
time out to say, well,
I mean, if it
Well,
works,
that's-
it works.
I am not seeing that.
Yeah,
Okay.
but the thing is, issues like this are really hard to pinpoint where it happens, and I've been going through these types of connection issues as well, and every time something happens, I would call so they can see in their system
Okay. Yep.
and diagnose it
I
from
can
their
definitely
side
call
as
back.
well. I think that's
And so
one of
not
the
a
better
drop,
things
not
you can
any
do.
drop
So
signal.
yeah,
I'm doing a speed
unfortunately, I
test right
think
now,
we
actually, just to
just have to
check.
wait
I'm
for a
getting
bit.
66 down right now,
Huh.
and the upload is going through right now.
Yes, Larry, he's having problems again.
I don't mind.
Then
waiting.
about
Just don't tell my
6
wife,
and a half.
otherwise she'll be mad that I didn't clean the cat box right now.
PC.
Spectrum.com speed side. I'll give you like someone to speak.
Yeah, that was a Spectrum speed site. Yeah, that's fine. If you reset the signal on the device, that's fine.